We'll save the drama for another day. But we're live still from the BEF Nationals. I don't even think it's like closing time of day one because I think we still got a lot of like phenomenal pool left to go. And we're joined by the tournament director. Another hat you wear, my man.
I know, right?
Yeah. Let us know in the chat if you're able to go and hear us. If the audio's coming in well. Um, so right now there's a bunch of matches going on. You guys can check out the live stream from Post Up. I know he's switching between one and two tables. He ought to be putting on this table that's on right now with Landon Hollingsworth and Carlos Hines. Have you seen either of them play before?
I've seen Landon play quite a bit. Um, Unbelievable talent. Kids just
He just won like some BEF event, I think,
right. He
like in
won.
Pennsylvania or something,
Yeah,
right?
I mean the kid's got tons of talent. He's got all the tools to becoming a real top player. Um, I think obviously he's got some maturing to do, but geez, he's got he's got it all. He does everything very well.
I seen him break earlier, man. Let me tell you, the kid's got a big 10 ball break.
Yeah,
Um, he came and introduced himself earlier, and one thing I've noticed from a lot of these juniors, man, is just good attitudes around the room, dude. You
right.
know, which me and you look at it from a different angle because we're parents, right? And our kids are like a reflection of us. So whenever we meet kids, it's always making sure that they handle themselves well,
Right.
because it's a different dynamic, like being a great player in the US and then making sure that you still have some humility and respect, right?
Right, totally. It's like almost a fine line of confidence and arrogance in class, and I guess sportsmanship. It all gets fuzzed out a little bit, but yeah, they've been doing a great job. I'm sure his parents are very proud, and also his opponent Carlos. He's down 6-4 right now, and he's pretty stoic. Hasn't showed any emotion.
Dude, the kid's like a statue,
Yeah,
number
he's
one. And number two, he was down, I think, like 2 or 3 to 1, and was just, yeah, poised is the right word, man.
right.
And uh, I haven't watched a whole lot of him. I know he plays good, and he's out of the North Texas area, but that kid's got a bright future. I don't know how old he is. I don't really know a whole lot about him, but
Yeah.
he's smooth, man.
He's a
You
smooth
know, of
player. It's I know I see the Q stick right because it's the first thing I always look at.
course.
He's sponsored by Shelby
I'm about to make an
Williams.
offer on that cue, by the way.
I know
So
that Q's sick.
it's real nice, man.
It's such a sick Q.
Yeah, no, for
Uh,
sure.
and I had seen it on Facebook not too long ago about Shelby sponsoring him. Um,
Which Shelby doesn't have, I don't think,
I don't
very
think
many
no,
sponsors at all. I mean, like kids that he sponsors at all,
no.
like
So
at all.
he's got to see something in him.
Sp-
It's been my first time actually seeing him up close in person. Um,
yeah,
Pretty impressive, honestly. He looks to be in the 14 to 16-year-old range.
no, for
Um,
sure.
just big
And
future. It's
and
nice. It's refreshing to see.
and real quick, Franco, I see your text messages, man. I've been busy. Quit giving me hell all day, buddy. All right, holler at me later. um, no, yeah, for sure. It's been a rule. Like Desiree was here, and I was helping her out because I'm kind of like just jumping around all over the place, similar to you. And I was helping her out with some. We're actually trying not to distract her when it comes to managing all the schedules of all the events.
Right.
It's so ridiculous the amount of like kids, tables, age groups, like all these different things that you got to go and coordinate. And anyway, while Desiree's doing all that, I'm just sitting here like sweating these two guys go
Yeah.
and play, and yeah, it's been a fun little like battle between them two, man.
Right. And it's cool because you see them grind. You see these kids out there. Like, it's funny because obviously there's different levels of play.
Right.
With the juniors, like, the kids who are just starting out, the kids who are getting better, and the kids who are seasoned. You got kind of like the kid who's getting better against the seasoned,
An
junior
up and
veteran.
comer.
Yeah, up and comer. So,
Kid's got a lot of upside, dude.
yeah.
Like he's got a lot of upside. Plus, I think if I'm gonna go and like give everyone an edge when it comes to just playing like on these type of conditions, it maybe be Landon, but
Yeah.
it's I mean, you would know, man. Like I don't get to play on new cloth and brand new diamonds and brand new felt like at all where I'm from, right? So when I
Mhm.
come and hit a ball, and if I'm banking a ball or kicking a ball, I notice right away how
Right.
crazy different it is.
Right. and how quickly they adapt is so important. It's such an important skill set to have.
Okay,
Um,
but how hard is it? Like you travel around the world and you're playing on stuff like this on a regular, but how hard is it to really go and change your game?
it took me years. It took me years and years and years to actually start feeling comfortable, especially more recently on the TV table.
Yeah.
I didn't feel comfortable on the TV table, honestly, most of my career. Even when I was playing my absolute best in 2017 and 2018, I didn't never felt comfortable at the TV table. I always played my worst matches on the TV table, but I would play like four balls over my head on used cloth. And I guess, it's just a matter of, you know, ex- keeping yourself exposed and
Making
being
yourself uncomfortable till
right.
you get comfortable,
Exactly.
right?
Oh, first mistake by him.
Mm, so they're playing. I don't know if you guys can see that. And by the way, check out Post Up online. You guys can check out, I believe, a much better quality than what I got of this match going on
Mhm.
right now. I think they're racing a 7, right, in the
Yeah,
10 ball.
correct. Race to seven, and Landon's on the hill, and
That's a tough spot then.
tough spot.
Yeah.
A lot of heat on you to come out and play perfect. And but yeah, I mean, you start seeing this. Like, I mean, how cool is it to see these little kids who are like 9 or 10 years old who can barely reach the table? It's so adorable.
You know what it is, man? It's like it's refreshing because we all kind of we're old, right? Like we
Right.
like
Speak for
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. No, like we've been we've been up, for since real early this morning, and it's been a long day, and we're like, man. But then you see like the genuine like enthusiasm and excitement with a lot of these kids, and it's pretty inspiring, man. I gotta be
It
honest with
is. It
you.
is.
Yeah,
And now you get it. When I had that junior event, you see all these kids just
for sure.
running around the table having so much fun. It's so enjoyable.
It makes it worth it, man, and
Yeah.
it's cool. So these guys are vying for, um, I know what is it like top two get in certain events get qualified for world championships. Is that
Correct.
right?
Yeah, yeah. First place in each division gets a spot. The world championships.
And is
Um,
that just junior or is that world
junior world
championship
no
as
junior
in like the actual world
no
championship?
junior world championships in Puerto Rico. So that's huge. And then yeah, I mean it gives them an opportunity to play at the world stage at the Predator event, which is a huge sponsor.
Predator's doing real big things right now, man.
Oh
I mean, there's a
man,
lot of people who are, but Predator is among the big boys going and putting their money where their mouth is as far as pushing the industry forward. And whether it's pros like yourself or juniors like this,
all right,
I've been hearing a lot of things in the pipeline that I can't say, or Predator will kick my ass. But the future looks real bright, and it starts with these kids, man.
yeah,
You know,
and in the players meeting, I forgot to mention. I wanted to say how jealous I am of these junior players. Because when I grew up playing, there was one junior nationals, and that's it. I mean, you got the JIC, you got regional junior tournaments like myself, you got Janet Atwell having like a nice 2,500 at a junior event. So many of these people are start seeing the value and the enjoyment of this junior event that it's starting to create almost like a ripple effect, you know. And I feel like it's just a matter
well, you
of
know how it is. It's like if you see somebody doing it, then you want to go and step up your game,
right,
and that can be within the industry. It's like, well, if they can go and do, a big event for the kids, then damn it, I want to do my part and do a
right,
big event myself. And
right,
it can be kind of contagious because they're just so they're they're wide open as far as their enthusiasm and their sincerity when it comes to like they just want to play and do good, man.
right. That's all
You
it
know,
is.
like it's so amazing,
Yeah.
right?
They don't care about like anything about travel expense. They don't know anything. They just want to play pool with true passion.
Watch out.
If he shot that on purpose, I was
Did he?
like,
Yeah, did he go for that four railer? You
I think
think?
he did go for the four railer. That's like 750 IQ
That's pretty
stuff
strong.
right
Yeah.
there. 750 IQ in pool Fargo.
This is for the win right here. If y'all can see it, there it is. So you guys can go check out digitalpool.com. There's another round that's going to go and start. I believe. Yeah, I believe at like 8 or 8:30, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
A whole new round of matches, live scoring. Um, Live scoring is available through Digital Pool. We had like a little bit of a hiccup starting off. Well, actually, no, I thought it was gonna be worse to be honest, but it actually smoothed out pretty good. But we were like, me and Des were all over it this morning, trying to like just making sure and trying to get ahead of it. But main thing is just uh, showcasing these players. Watch, he's giving another swing. Let's
He's
check it
playing the
out.
four.
Oh no,
No,
he was trying to feather it.
no.
That's
You
what he's
go.
saying.
Yeah,
Or he wasn't trying to cut that ball in.
no. He's trying to play the rail first, where it comes flat across. You missed it.
Yo, but how good did he hit that ball though, man? That was still a pretty good hit. Yeah, it's pretty sick, man.
That's
Um, Shout out to Stephanie from Jam Up and Grant's wife. And yes, I will take your advice, Steph. We are buying Oscar and Desiree coffee tomorrow with the $50 I won from you. Taking Team USA against Team Canada, eh? Huh? So the World Cup. She snap called too. She's running pretty bad though. We did a last longer in the Buffaloes one pocket, and my head wasn't even on right because I picked Tony, and I completely like fell asleep when it comes to Alex being in that field.
Oh yeah.
So I end up like I picked Tony, and then fast forward 2 minutes when I woke up, I sent her a message because she hadn't replied yet, and I said no, I'll take Alex, and she said hell no, you can't go and back out now. How did he hit it? How did he hit it?
Yeah.
Oh, get in the hole. But yeah, it's good to go and have some friendly sweaters amongst friends. But
Yeah.
all right, so all these events going on. It's the 8 ball, 10 ball, 9 ball. They get and I'm pretty sure there's some of that actually that qualify for the actual world championship because there were some junior players that were in England this year,
That's true.
and I think they got them based off of bids from here.
Yeah. I wouldn't be
So
surprised. Yeah, because
yeah,
Shane plays a big role in it too, so he's probably gonna send the invites. Um, yeah, big shout out to Shane Tyree. I mean, he was drowning last couple years in this event because he's running the trade show, which is craziness over there on the other side with vendors and a lot of logistics. And then he was running the junior events. It was just too much on his plate, and he asked me if Desi and I would be interested in, you know, helping him out run it, and we were like, yeah, snap call. So this is something we're going to be doing as long as they'll let me. Um,
I
of
didn't know what
course,
to expect, you know.
yeah,
But my first day here, it's like I get it.
yeah, you get it.
I get it right away. Because you want to go and go all out for these kids. You want to go and deliver for these kids. You want to go and have them have a great experience and not just be an afterthought of this whole event, you know?
Right,
And you want to just showcase them and let them showcase their talents, you know, let them go and play pool, man.
dude. It's
You
all it
know,
is, and
it's
it's sick. You know, like it's not about like Usually my whole career is like, oh, try to grind out, make money. It was a job, so that wasn't really fun. It stopped being fun after like
yeah.
junior nationals, where it became almost like my job. Well, it did become my job, but it's nice to see this innocence again. It kind of gives me more energy. I don't know.
No, a million percent. If
Right.
it'll give you gas in the tank, man. Just seeing them and like even just this interaction right here between these kids, you know,
Yeah,
like it's just
they're
it's
buddies,
yeah, and
friends.
it's very it's genuine, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's the main thing. They want their shot to do well, you know, and whatever part in that we can go and do, we should do, you know, and that's like
Landon. Yeah.
and yeah, that's a that's a that's calling out like the whole industry, man. You know what I mean? Like every are they? Oh, I thought they were going. Oh, I thought they were in a match.
Okay, yeah, me too. They're serious like they're in a match.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought they were in a match. No, but everybody should go and step up and do their part. And
Right.
this is like I've been with my head under the rock when it comes to these kids, but there's some pretty great talent out here, man.
Yeah, it's nice. And the thing is, for them to have a chance, because right now, let's be realistic. Let's be 100% honest here.
Okay,
As Americans, we're getting our asses kicked by Europe,
left and right.
left and right. Let's just call it what it is.
A 14-year-old kid was whooping on Sky in
Right.
in the Predator event,
Right.
and it wasn't just a fluke because then the kid backed it up with I think beating Mika, who's been winning everything in the World Championship. Like a couple days later, that
Yeah.
that kid Riku, who we ended up interviewing.
Great talent. Unbelievable. Do we have a 14-year-old that plays at that level?
I don't think so, man.
I don't think so either.
Mm.
On on the female end, I think we're close. I think we're closer on the female player side than we are on the male player side. Because you got Sophia Mass, you got Savannah, you got some pretty strong prodigies on the female side. I'm not too familiar on the European side, but I'm sure there's some machines out there. But I'm embarrassed every time we get our asses kicked in Moscone or in tournaments all over the world. And I mean, this is the grassroots. This is where it all starts. And if we're not protecting this and building this up, why would we get results later on? We got no chance. We're drawing dead.
The one thing that I took away, because I ended up hopping in like halfway through the players meeting, um, was Shane's emphasis on preparing these kids for the world stage.
Yeah.
You know, and they're gonna have to go and compete, and they're gonna have to go and win, and it's they're gonna have to raise their own individual levels of play in order to be successful, not just here, but um, you know how it is to go and get and be humbled going overseas.
Yeah. I mean, I did it for years, and I can't tell you how many times I'd go over to the Philippines, or I'd go to Taiwan, or I'd go to all over the world, and I just go get drilled, for lack of better words. I
Right.
just go get drilled, and it's
But this is gonna go and toughen them up.
Toughen 'em
You're
up.
gonna go and play where there's a crowd. You're gonna go and play where you're gonna have polished balls and brand new cloth, and the standard's gonna be higher. You're gonna have referees. You're gonna have people, looking at every shot you're doing, and
right, all ball fouls.
Yeah.
You're not like jacked up over a ball and moving 4 balls and then putting them back with no penalty.
it's tougher. And they're
It's
gonna toughen up, and they're gonna play better and come out better on the other side of it.
Right, totally. And this is what builds character.
It's been a lot of fun though, man. Like
Yeah.
so far this first day, and trying to go and get a rhythm ourselves. But I just been in awe a lot, like just meeting everybody, watching like how I didn't realize like how good a lot of these kids actually play.
Yeah, they
Like
play good.
because it's one thing when kids go and play, like realistically, because I got kids, right? Everybody thinks that like their kid plays phenomenal. I don't care what it is. Like pick any sport, right? They're like, oh, my kid's the best ever. Well,
Yeah.
maybe Johnny Yitten the best ever. But like these group of kids right here, it's been crazy to go and see. Like I'm watching them go. A couple of times I'm looking over and I'm like, damn, that's a jam up safety that kid just played, or he
Yeah.
just nailed that bank like no other. I mean, just certain little things where I'm just blown away that number one, they're able to see it. Number two, they're able to go and execute it. And number three, they didn't go and rattle at all. Like,
Right.
because of everything going on around here.
Right. Yeah. And you see the signs of greatness, the glimpses of greatness.
Yeah.
And it starts here. This is,
You mentioned it earlier when you're giving your speech. You're like all these guys who are names now or have been names for the past like 10, 15 years, but they started off paying their dues in BEF and in junior
Yeah.
nationals.
yeah. I mean, in my class, there was Shane McMinn, Justin Hall, Justin Bergman, Tyler Strawn, may he rest in peace. Unbelievable talent. You had this kid named Stephen Bishop from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, a real strong player. You got Bo Runningen. You had Michael Banks Jr., Skyler. It's all my class. Silver Ochoa, back before he's had like 6 kids. He's got 6 kids, I think, right now.
Yeah, I
For
think
reals.
so. Yeah,
No, I'm not
yeah.
joking.
No,
I'm dead
that
serious.
that might be an accurate number.
That's an accurate number.
Yeah.
He's got 6 kids, and God bless him. What a talent he was!
Monster one pocket
Monster
player.
one pocket player. Joey Gray was in my class.
That's what I mean, though. Like
It's crazy.
this is the future of American pool players right here. Like there's percentages go and say that a high like the Moscone Cup in the next 10 years is gonna be made out of players who are here
totally.
today.
Absolutely, 100%.
Just from like a number standpoint. You know,
100%. I mean, I went 2 and out. That's why I told the kids, it's like, look, just because you don't do well here, there's only going to be one winner really in each division. I get it. Don't let this determine your future. It's like I went 2 and out when I played junior nationals, and I end up becoming one of the, I want to say the most, but one of the more accomplished tournament players out of my class, in terms of like results and cash games or whatever you want to call it, if you want to use as a measuring stick.
yeah. Your gambling speech was like no.
No, and I reiterated that the gambling is not the lifestyle that I would want for these kids. That these kids can do more with themselves.
You know,
Uh,
this is what gives people credibility. It's that been there, done that, and
right,
now look at you. You know, you're a business owner. Like it's, I give you a hard time about it, but that's what they ought to be striving for is
right,
being like sharp here.
right,
You know, because you've made mistakes or you've led a certain lifestyle, and look where you end up. And now they got an opportunity as kids to like be that wise now. Give the game the respect it deserves, but also stay sharp mentally and go and stay in school and
right,
be responsible and plan for your future, right?
right,
And also, but also enjoy playing some great pool right now.
right. I mean, I was a straight A student most of my life, until I got to college, really, and I started slacking off. I made mistakes, but I got instilled a very powerful education from an early age.
Your parents did
My
that,
parents.
of course.
So, and also I went to like really, really good high school, and I started studying, kinesiology and all this stuff, and I was really into school, but I didn't finish, but I learned a lot of principles in school, that things, the studying and how to become a better
It's
student
about work
athlete,
ethic,
work ethic,
man.
right? So you translate that into any aspect of life, whether you want to be a great musician or you want to be a great
I,
plumber. You have to
I tell my
train it.
girls this all the time. The world doesn't owe you a thing.
Absolutely.
What you put into it is what you're gonna go and get out of it. And if they're gonna go and dream, you go and dream as big as you want. Like all these. My
Yep.
daughter called me earlier, and she's like, "How do these kids play, Dad?" And I'm like, "They play pretty jam up, but you know what? Illy, they worked hard to go and get there. You
Right.
know." And I said, and I don't care what it is, whatever it is that you have passion about when you're a kid, you can go and bring it into fruition. You just have to go and actually work for it. And seeing
Totally.
these kids here, listen, I'm 36, man, but seeing these kids here like from beginning of the day until now, and they're still hitting balls, they're still excited, they're still like it's like 8 a.m. man. It's the most incredible thing.
Yeah, and that's what you need. You need to have that addiction, that drive to get better, and that passion. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're having fun out here for sure.
It's going to be a great few days. This is only the beginning. I got a bunch of kids that I met and young men and young women that I plan on bringing on and talking with them more and just really trying to bring the best tournament experience we can to you guys back home. So check out Post Up, check out Windows Open, all these other social media pages that we're on. We'll have a bunch more stuff coming up. Hell, probably tonight. But definitely in the next couple of days as well as the tournament goes and thickens up. So stay tuned and yeah, we'll check in with you guys later.
For sure. Peace out, guys.